Hello, fellow Voyagers. Jess here with Odyssey Human, here today to talk about using time travel to release old states of being. Welcome to the channel. This is the place where we help you hack through the jungles of consciousness so that you can discover the hidden treasures inside of you. My friends, everything is there for you, ready and waiting to be activated. If that sounds good, please subscribe. We'd love to have you on the channel. Today, I want to talk about time. I found this great article that just came out yesterday on a study where they found that the perception of time influences wound healing. And I'm just looking at the article right here. I'll put the link below if you want to check out the full version. But essentially the gist was they had three groups of study participants and they mildly wounded all of them. And then one group was a control group. And the other two, for one of those groups, they slowed time down, the perception of time, right? They did things in the lab to give the folks the perception that time was going at half of its normal pace. For the other group, they sped it up, right? They made time seem like it was going twice as fast. And guess what happened? The group for whom time felt as if it was going twice as fast healed much more quickly than any of the other groups. Why is that? Because healing, our perception of healing is a manifestation, right? We don't have to do anything in our minds to heal because many of us have a belief that time heals wounds, right? Our wound will naturally heal over the course of time. So if we speed up time, the wound is going to heal faster. And that is exactly what they found in the study. So cool. And so this goes to show us that when we play with time, when we play with our perception of time, we can actually shift reality as matter of factly. And so our perception of time, remember, is us, right? We are everything that we ever experience. Everything that we ever experience is us. So we are time, gravity, every other law of physics. Our perception of that is our reality. And so we can intentionally play with time to get real world results with our manifestations. So I want to give you two strategies today of how I do this and why they work. So the first one is distraction. Distraction is a great tool for playing with time because think about when you're paying attention to something and then you get distracted and you go off over here and then you return to whatever you were first doing. It's almost like time stopped for that original activity. And that's what happens. When we remove our attention from something, it goes back into the field of potential, right? Our attention is what animates things, right? Our sensory, directing our senses to something animates it, brings it to life. It's in time, it's in the stream of time. And when we look away, it literally time stops for whatever that is. Because removing our attention puts whatever it is back into the field of potential. So the process I described last week, and if you haven't checked that video out, it was very popular. I'll link it above. About the best technique is the one you make up yourself. I offered a technique of how I manifest where I will locate a state in myself because they're all part of me, right? Everything we experience is ourselves. I locate the state where that is true. I declare this is mine. I'm feeling it right now. And then I get out. So I run, I plant the flag on the mountain, and then I get out of there with my attention. And this is a time trick because, again, by removing my attention from that state of being, right? I've run, I've planted the flag, and then I go. I go by distracting myself. I go pay attention to something else. I move on with my day. I just release it. To me, it feels like commanding it and then releasing it. I am this. Done. And then I can turn my attention. I feel safe to turn my attention. I will wake up into a new place perceptually. I will wake up into a new state. Wake up. That's what it feels like. Because suddenly I am aware that wherever I was in that old state, Just by quickly claiming that new state, planting the flag, and then releasing it, I've closed the gap of time, right? And made it feel like it was instantaneous because we're not paying attention to it. We stop time for that situation. Like I said, we stop time. And then suddenly we get that natural cue that, oh, there it is again. So how can we use this? How can you apply this in your life? Again, when you're using manifesting techniques, I find that it's good to, once you've hit the state, that's all you need. Once you say the affirmation, that's all you need. Go distract yourself. Let it be. Hit it, stand in it, plant the flag, get a good firm grip on it. You'll feel it. You'll feel that you got some traction, you hit the ground, you got just enough of that perceptual realness. Go distract. Go distract. Because if we don't do that, and we maintain this timeline where we're still looking, is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it changed? Is it different? We're clinging, like we're continuing time on the trajectory of the old state instead of the new one that we just claimed. So this is why people talk about detaching, letting go, allowing, right? Allowing feels like like you don't care, like distracting yourself, like going and doing something else. And then because of that, because we've turned our attention, we've removed time from the old timeline. We have literally stopped animating the old timeline. And we will emerge in the new space when we become aware again, when suddenly something captures our attention that makes us realize we're in the new state. The new state is now true. It's physically manifested. Oh, here it is. There it is. This is how many of my manifestations go, where I get the attention that I've captured the state, I go do something else, and then suddenly my attention gets captured again that the state has manifested. This is for me why it feels like a two-part manifestation, right? The awareness, remove attention, the awareness again, and then the second point of awareness is the realization of physical manifestation, right? The first awareness is awareness of mental and emotional manifestation. So I encourage you to try this because removing time, removing space, right? Changing your attention, you change time and space, you time travel. You time travel out of that old timeline and then emerge anew in awareness that you're in the new place that you wanted to be. And I don't know how you got there, but it's almost like you suddenly forgot and then you woke up again. It's really cool. To me, it feels like time traveling. So try that out. Try distraction. Use distraction to your advantage. Use attention shifting to your advantage. Remove your attention from old timelines. Let them go. Remove time from them. And they will pick back up in the right place, right? Time and space will adjust and you'll pick back up in the right place. The second way that I like to time travel, I just had a brain fart. The second way that I like to time travel is by putting spatial distance. So if you can imagine, if you conceptualize where you are now in the behaviors that you're doing, the manifesting techniques that you're trying, how you feel generally, like how are you feeling right now about what you want? Now I suddenly, in your mind's eye, in your imagination, with your eyes closed, put yourself ahead spatially. Move in front of or behind or off to the what. Put yourself in space in a different place and turn around and perceive where you just were. And as you stand in that new place, you're going to feel, and you're going to feel in an affirmation and saying something like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. Oh, I'm so glad that I accomplished this. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to try so hard. I got what I wanted. You're going to feel it more real if you create that perceptual space between where you literally just were. It doesn't care if it was like literally 2 seconds ago. Put yourself in a new space. You're in the place where you've already accomplished what you want. Because that's how you're going to feel. And you may not be able to get that foothold yet in, oh yeah, I have it, it's mine, I see it. But in the least, you're looking back on yourself from a distance. Just like in the rearview mirror, you're looking in the rearview mirror, you're seeing the little teeny outline of the city that you left many hours ago, right? You're perceiving the distance from your old state. You're like, oh, at least I don't have to do that anymore. Because that's how you're going to feel, right? When you're in the new place. So again, that's bending time, because it's space, it's also time. Time and space are a fabric. They hold hands. So put that space in, feel that. And whenever you think about your manifestation, just that little like, oh, I'm not there anymore. I'm not there. Remember your place. Remember that you're looking back. Remember that you're not that anymore. Some people call this the I remember when, but actually feel the distance. Feel it. Like it is a tangible feeling. Look back at yourself and say, oh, at least I don't have to do that anymore. At least I don't have to try so hard. At least that's over. I'm not there. Thank God. I'm in this new place. I'm not quite at my destination, right? My destination may feel like it's a little bit in the distance. Like I can't quite tangibly, palpably feel myself there yet. But I'm not in the old state anymore. I'm not so far away. I'm much closer, if not right there. Because I'm looking back, and that's the vantage. I'm looking back. I'm not there anymore. Whew. I'm in a different place. And that will give us some relief when it comes to feeling like we're in these mental loops, trying and not seeing results. You know, these kind of habits that we get into, manifesting habits that feel kind of tiresome, worn out, but we don't know what else to do. So try these 2 techniques. Try using distraction, where you completely detach from something after claiming it. Claim, distract, and then try the kind of ejection method, where you eject your old state out in perceptual space and you look back on it and you feel that distance. See what happens with time. Play with these with your manifestation. See what you find, and you're going to find that it gets easier and more efficient for you to bend the fabric of space-time, to suddenly shift your perceptions on things. And this is another step in being a masterful manifester, right? And getting what we want, mind over matter, and getting real results, just like in the study. Go check out the study about wound healing. Super interesting. And thanks for watching. I'm happy to engage with you if you want to drop a comment below. And if you need a great tool for 2024 to help you with emotional mastery and cognitive control, check out the description box below for my free webinar that I offer on that tool. So thanks for watching. Have a great evening.